Hello there. Hello to everyone, near and far and wide, and here and there and there and thither and yon. It is I, your Star Wars dad. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. Liking the video helps get more of me in your feed. Subscribing gets more of me into YouTube's feed. There we go. Do something that benefits your life. All right. The Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan Farming Plus Guide. Now, some of you are probably already wondering why. I don't need a Jedi Knight Revan farming guide. I don't need a Darth Revan farming guide. It's right here. It's pretty simple. Get these 5 characters for Darth Revan. Get these 5 characters. Get them geared up enough. It's not 5 there, actually. Which one would show me all 5 here? Right there. All right. Get these 5 characters. Get them up to where I got to get them. They're pretty easy. Gear 9, maybe 10. You can get it done. I get it. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan, where I think they fit in the game right now. We're going to talk about, we'll talk about the farming locations. We'll talk about something really important that comes after them. We'll talk about Darth Malak a little bit. We'll talk about the future iterations. After you farm these guys at the beginning of the game or early in the game, what do they look like later on, and what do you got to farm for them later on? What are you looking to use them for down the road in the game? We'll even take a look at the mod sets here in this video. It's a Farming Plus video. Farming Plus guide. How about that? So let's start with your pal and mine, Jedi Knight Revan. I personally believe that Jedi Knight Revan is maybe one of the first late game teams that you should farm when you get into Galaxy of Heroes, because it's a very easy farm. Let's pop up the first graphic. I know you guys love the graphic. Here are the Jedi Knight Revan farming locations. You've got Bastila, Dark Side 5B. You've got Zalbar and Mission on the same node, Light Side 5C. You got Jolie, Dark Side 6D, and Cantina 6B for T3M4. Now the thing is, all of these are pretty low-hanging fruit. You can get to, like, I'm at level 57 on my new free-to-play account that I'm running, and I could already do the Bastila, Zalbar, and Mission nodes. I'll be able to do that Jolie node probably within the next week, so like 3 to 4 weeks into the game, you should be able to do the Jolie node, and the Cantina node you can get to easily. Obviously, if you do Hyperdrive, these will all be available to you immediately. Now, why don't we talk a little bit more about low-hanging fruit here? Well, this is, if you look at this right now, you need Bastila, Jolie, Zalbar, Mission, and T3M4, right? Well, these 3, look at their gear levels. I got these 2 gear 12. That wasn't actually to unlock Jedi Knight Revan. That was for Darth Malak. So just keep that in mind. T3M4, you can see, is at a base gear 7 here. I haven't touched this. He's at gear 7. Haven't touched him since. I have very few upgrades on him. You can unlock this character with all of these characters open in the gear 8 to gear 9 range. Now, I would recommend to you that you do go ahead and gear up Bastila and Jolie Bindo beyond that range. And when I did this event on this account, I think I had her relic at the time. But these are really valuable characters. They fit right into her team. We're going to talk a little more about that. But you can unlock Jedi Knight Revan with these guys all gear 9, maybe gear 10. And you see I got gear 7 on T3 with not even all their abilities upgraded. I've got, well, actually, I got hers done, don't I? Whoa, that's nice, Sister Zombie. She doesn't fit into this video at all. There you go, T3M4. Basic abilities. I didn't touch any of that stuff. Look at it, it's just sitting there. Level 3, that's what I got it with at on the Hyperdrive bundle. And I didn't have to spend, I don't know what's in here. Maybe these, actually, there's not a lot of gear. These are valuable, so you don't have to spend those valuable Mark III Senior Holo projectors on T3M4 to get this done. So low gear levels for unlocking. You see the same thing with Darth Revan. But what do you do with these characters after you unlock them? And let's take a look at our next graphic for that. It's going to be this. You're going to relic level Jedi Knight Revan, Bastila, Jolie Bindo. This team for you, if you do this team early in the game, early through mid game, for sure until you unlock Jedi Master Luke, these 3 are going to go together like Shamalama Lama Lama Digga Ding Dong. Name that movie. Okay, they're going to go together. These 3 go together. They're a great threesome in the game. So you're going to relic those 3, and off to the right you see there, Grandmaster Yoda is a great 4th on this team. You put him on this team, this is the classic General Grievous counter in the game. He just fits really well by spreading buffs around, getting turn meter. You know, he's just a really good fit onto this team, especially for a damage dealer. There's not a lot of damage with these 3, but you put Grandmaster Yoda in there, he's just crushing everything. You also see Jedi Master Luke off to the side. Once you get Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Revan himself kind of slides into that Jedi Master Luke team. These other guys become a little less relevant, although Jolie Bendo you see sometimes in that team. But you can still put together a decent squad with Bastila Shan, Jolie Bendo, Grandmaster Yoda, etc. It's just that once you get Jedi Master Luke, you pull Jedi Knight Revan out of that team. So if you're going for Jedi Master Luke, maybe you don't put the whole team together as far as relic levels. You see the other 3 down there, Zalbar, Mission, T3, M4. Just going to leave them. You're just going to leave them for now. I'll give a couple of caveats here. I'll give 2 caveats to you. 1, you're going to have to gear up, like you see here in front of you on my screen. You're going to have to gear up Zalbar and Mission for the Darth Malak event, to go get Darth Malak. That's 1 caveat. By the way, pay attention, we got some really important information on Darth Malak later on. The second thing is that the Krayt Dragon Raid is coming out in the next couple of months, and Old Republic can do the Krayt Dragon Raid, and perhaps Mission and Zalbar become, and maybe even T3 and 4 become a lot more valuable for that. So those are those caveats to leaving those guys where they are. Now that is Jedi Knight Revan. We'll look at the mods later for that. Let's talk about Darth Revan. Where was that? Where's the one that showed? There we go. So Darth Revan, Bastila Shan Fallen, Canderous, Ordo, HK, Carthanasi, and Juhani. See, I get Juhani down there. Here's 7 again. So, where are these all located? These are a little farther along. You gotta be a little, either, if you're free to play, a little farther along in the game. If you got the Hyperdrive bundle, they're open immediately. But Bastila Shan is Darkside 7A. You've got Carthanasi, Cantina 8E. That's pretty deep into Cantina. Canderous Ordo, the Candyman, Cantina 5C, that is not deep. Juhani is not deep, Lightside 6A. And then HK47 is available in your Squad Arena shop. That's where you're going to farm HK47. So you take a look after the farming there. So if you get the Hyperdrive bundle, you get these guys right away. I've seen Darth Revan activated on very low level accounts. Again, at the beginning of the game, he's even better than Jedi Knight Revan. Darth Revan beats Jedi Knight Revan in a head-to-head matchup every single time. Close to 99. But what was I even saying? So Darth Revan is even better, and his team becomes into that end game until you get Darth Malgus in the team. We'll talk about Darth Malgus in a minute. You get Darth Malgus in the team. Darth Revan with Bastila Shan and Darth Malak is an end game trio in the game. So let's talk about these guys. You can see on my screen, I've only got Bastila Shan Fallen relic level, not even HK. Let's talk about their gear levels and what you're going to do with them there. So you need to relic Darth Revan, Bastila Shan Fallen. For sure, get those guys relic. Next on the list is Darth Malak. We'll talk about him in a second. Darth Malak needs to be relic to go along with those 2. That's like the perfect threesome to go together. It's an end game team. It is an end game team. Now, look below the little relic sign there. You see a couple of characters. Sith Marauder is going to be a relic on this team. Now you're saying Sith Marauder I don't need for the farm, etc. What about Sith Empire Trooper? What about HK47? The thing about Sith Marauder is you need him for Sith Eternal Emperor, so he fits into a Galactic Legend farm. So Sith Marauder is a great 5th character on this team, and who is the best number 1 character on this team down the road when you get to the late game, the end game, and you unlock him? None other than Darth Malgus. Darth Malgus right now is only available in Conquest. You purchase him for 475 Conquest currency. He will be moving to Proving Grounds in the next, I don't know, like 4 months from now, he'll be moving to Proving Grounds. He might already be in there while you're watching him. When you put Darth Malgus as the leader on this team, you put Darth Malgus with Darth Revan, Bastila Shan Fallen, Darth Malak, and Sith Marauder, you have an end game Grand Arena, end game team Grand Arena. Malgus's own grounds for Grand. It is an end game team. It is just below Galactic Legend ability. Now, I'm not saying Darth Revan by himself isn't there for like early game to mid game to early late game, even in late game by himself without Malgus. But Malgus transforms the team in Grand Arena into something that's pretty ridiculous, actually, pretty ridiculous. So there, and we talk about these other guys. Now, if we look at my screen here, I've got HK at gear 12, Canderous gear 11 with the Zeta, Carthanasi Carthonassus? Carthonassi? What am I? Well, I'm thinking of Jacqueline Onassis. What the heck there? You see I didn't have all this? By the way, look, not all of his abilities upgraded there for... This is a Malik. This is a Malik sign. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to tell you that I put these Zetas on Canderous and Karth because I had the Zetas available. I was trying to push ahead to Darth Malik. You've got to have a certain galactic power range for Darth Malik, which we'll look at in a second. I think in the game right now, Gear 12 is much easier to get to. You're going to have a lot more Gear 12 stuff with the double gear drops. Probably just take these guys to Gear 12 now. Don't do the Zetas at this point in the game, unless... Caveat again, when the Krayt Dragon raid comes out, perhaps Canderous and Karth become really valuable. Juhani. Now, Juhani has a great Omicron for Territory Wars. And when you put her on the Star Killer team, just FYI, I think it's... Look. Territory, yeah. So you put that Territory Wars on her. She's impacting Dark Side Unaligned Force users. Light Side Unaligned Force users. She fits great on that Star Killer team in Territory Wars with her Omicron. So a lot of people have her relicked up to go with that Star Killer team down the road as well. So that's what I'm looking at there. Now let's start talking about Darth Malik. Let's go to his journey a little bit. This is some really important information. You see Darth Malik down here at the top tier of Galactic Legends. I'm going to start right here. Save your Get One currency, boys and girls. If you don't know what Get One currency is, it's in the background right there. You got Darth Malik right in the middle. You need 68,400 Get One currency to unlock Darth Malik to 7 stars. Now, what are we talking about here? Here is your Get One currency right here, right here. You see, I've got him maxed out. You only unlock Darth Malik at 5 stars plus 5 shards. It means you need 180 more shards of Darth Malik to get to 7 stars. You need to save 68,400 Get One currency to take Darth Malik to 7 stars. If you're going for Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan, you gotta go for Darth Malik. There's no question about it. And you have to save your Get One currency so you can get him up to 7 stars within a week of unlocking him. Don't mess around. Get it done. Save the Zetas as well. I just wanna really drive that home with everybody. If you know you're going for the Revans and you know you're going for Darth Malik, save your Get One currency, boys and girls. That does it for our graphics. Now you see here with Darth Malik, you've got a light side path. You've got a dark side path. Okay, light side, dark side. Light side, you can see what I've done here, and you've got a little more flexibility. You can add in. So you see, I've already got Jedi Knight Revan, and I've already got Darth. So by the time you get to this, you've got Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan. Gives you a little flexibility. You drop, like I dropped Juhani here. I dropped T3M4 there. These are the gear levels I had. Now look, recommended power or requirements, 17,500. Zalbar at gear 12 where I've got him, 17,557. You see I've got minimum, that's the minimum power, galactic power for him. And probably the same thing with mission where we're at 17,535. I got these at just bare minimum power to get Darth Malik unlocked. We'll take a look at Canderous and Carthonassi. 19,533, that Zeta really popped it on him. That Zeta really took him way over the edge, but I was gonna have to go to gear 12, and there you go, 17,829. I think right now, again, I'll say this, if you're going for Malik, I just think right now you don't need those Zetas. You can just go to gear 12. It's much more easily accessible. I don't think I addressed HK47. I don't think I addressed this. On Darth Revan, where is it here? I put HK47 gear 12-ish. The reason I don't have you relicking HK is because you can throw him on that threesome early in the game. You take him to relic levels, and the problem is that when you get to that Darth Malgus team, he only wants Sith. It's a lot of Sith Empire stuff, but a big portion of his value on his Omicron comes from only Sith being on his team. So if you spend the currency to upgrade to Relic HK, it'll benefit you for a while till you get Darth Malgus, and then all of a sudden you can't put HK on that Darth Malgus team. He doesn't fit. So that's why, sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. That's why I only had him at gear 12. So this is how I unlocked Darth Malgus with these gear levels. Actually, I don't think I had the Revans relicked at the time. I don't think I had Jolie relicked at the time. There's probably gear 11, gear 12 on those guys. But make sure, again, save Zetas for these two. Save 3 Zetas for Jedi Knight Revan. Save 3 Zetas for Darth Revan. Save 2 Zetas for Darth Malik. Save up those Zetas when you're farming them. All right, finally, let's talk about mods. And I gotta tell you, for both Revans, for both Bastilas, it is all about the speed. These are going to be, when you look at people's rosters, These are going to be some of the fastest modded, fastest characters in 337, 163. You want these guys getting out ahead of other characters. Basilisk Sean Fallen, modded for speed. I've got her up to 301 right now. Look at the Jedi Revan squad. It's the same thing. I don't have as good mods on Basilisk Sean as I have on the other ones. Jedi Revan here is at 313. He gains a bunch of extra speed from his leader ability. Basilisk Sean Fallen is going to come in at, and I'm not going over their abilities in depth right now, but I got her that's not a lot of speed, 256. You really need a lot of protection and speed on her just to get her going. Jolie, but now here's two exceptions to the speed. Jolie Bindo is going to be modded for, let's see what I've got him here. It's going to be for, you want a bunch of protection and tenacity on him. Tenacity, now his ability, which one is it here? Experience Wisdom. Whenever he grants a protection up, he grants an ally protection up for 2 turns equal to 30% of his max health. So there's a lot of protection up. So you might want to mod him for health, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. But here, he has 100% tenacity, is immune to turn meter reduction effects. So you want to, he gains critical avoidance. You want his tenacity to be as high as possible because he's going to gain critical avoidance, avoid critical shots, and he's the guy you got to keep alive because he's the guy that's resurrecting. He's reviving all defeated Jedi allies at 80% health with crit immunity for 5 turns. He's the guy you got to keep alive, and a lot of times AI will target Jolie Bindo. So get him modded up for health, protection, tenacity. That's how you want to mod it. And of course, our Lord and Savior here that we're talking about, Darth Malik. I gotta go back to my characters here to get this look. It's all about protection and tenacity. Protection and tenacity, and everything else can hit the road. It doesn't matter. So with Darth Malik, let me pull up my guy here. Where are you, fella? Where are you? I gotta work on these relic. I work on these relic levels after I get Jedi Master Kenobi, by the way. Don't yell at me. He's only relic 3. I gotta get him to 7. I get it. But look at this. I've got him with 51,000 X protection. I got some speed on there. 87% extra tenacity. He's 163% tenacity. That's a tenacity cross. I could even put more tenacity on there. It wouldn't hurt me. I don't have a lot of great tenacity mods, though, in the other spots. You see I get tenacity second, 7.5%. Not there. 4.88%, 5%, 5% here. A lot of tenacity secondaries on these. So you wanted to have a lot of protection into that. Now, why the protection? Even protection primary on the arrow with some speed there. Why is it protection? Let's take a look at Darth Malik right now. Which one's it gonna be? Try this one. He taunts for 1 turn, sit there at the end of each turn. It's not this one. I never know which one it is. Jaws of Life. At the start of the battle, he loses all protection and gains that much max health. Now let's talk about this for a second. A 6-dot health mod has 16% health on it, right? Am I getting that right? But a 6-dot protection mod has 24% protection. Even a 5-dot protection mod has 23.5%. You don't get a lot of extra protection by going 6 dots. You're going to add a lot more health to Darth Malik by putting protection on him rather than health. So the protection converts to health. It gives him an extra, in my case, about 30% extra health on there. And that's what you want to see with your Darth Malik. Protection and tenacity. The other stuff comes, he's stacking up. As he drains life, he stacks up Dark Confusion, which gives him more offense. And he gets extra turns as he goes below. Where is it here? He gains crit avoidance, health steal, and tenacity while he's less than 75% health. Doubled at less than 50% health. Triple when he's at 25% health. And the first time he reaches each of those thresholds, he gains a bonus turn, and you drain life, and you stack this Dark Confusion. You get all your health back. Just a monster. Now, as far as other characters, you're going to mod Sith Marauder. It's going to be just a crit damage set. Darth Malgus. I don't have Darth Malgus, but I believe what you're going to be modding, and go look at some better rosters. I didn't look it up here, and I apologize for that. And Grand Arena. Let's see if the leaderboards are open. They are. Let's go look at the #1 player in Kyber 1 and see what they've got. Darth Malgus modded for. How about that? Deadlord. We're taking a look at your roster. Let's pull it up. Roster review right here for Deadlord. Oh, 9.2 million. You are awesome, man. Sith Empire down here. We're looking for Darth Malgus. This can't be correct. That can't be Kyber 1. Kyber. It's Kyber 3, that's why. Aha! Kyber 3. Let's get it. Why does it do that? I'm in Erodium 3, so it defaults to Kyber 3 for something. Like, how does that benefit me in any way, shape, or form? Well, there you go. You need about 9 million to get in Kyber 3, everybody, I guess, to the top of it. Patchersea, 8 million. Well, that's interesting. This guy's at the top of Kyber. Well, that tells you the the strength of Datacrons, I guess. Not really. I don't know how this guy's at the top of Kyber. Is he getting... Oh my goodness. I'm disappointed. I thought I'd be able to open a Darth Malgus here, but I guess not. Well, I'm going to say that I believe you're going to mod Darth Malgus 4. This guy's not at the top of Kyber 1. What is going on here? Why does it keep defaulting? CG, fix this. This is dumb. Kyber 1, Aesop Rock. What is happening to... I can't look at the leaderboards? Okay, this guy's going to have Malgus. I promise. I promise. Darth Malgus, Darth Malgus, Darth Malgus. Aren't you enjoying this part of the video? This is the fun part. Alright, do it this way. Sith Empire. Darth Malgus. What's he got him modded for? Health mods there. He's all modded for 82,000 health. You're going to mod him for health. Speed, health, and looks like that's about it. Speed and health for Darth Malgus once you unlock him. There you go, boys and girls. That's going to be the end. That is my Revan, Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, the Revan's Farming Guide Plus. Everybody explained the game. I know a lot of you wondered about this. Hopefully this helps. Some of you guys are looking at Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan. I do believe, as I'm playing through this free-to-play account that I'm in right now, as a free-to-play player, I think that Jedi Knight Revan should be probably your first big meta farm to go along with the troopers and bounty hunters. And I think Darth Revan is probably right behind that with Malgus. I think these teams can carry you as a free-to-play player. Pay-to-play is a little different situation because you can go for Executor a little quicker. Free-to-play, Executor is a little farther off for you. So there you go. Hopefully this helps you guys. I appreciate everybody who's watched this point. If you've watched this point and you have not yet liked and subscribed, do like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, get me in your feed, make your family happy, and always, of course, as you go throughout your days, keep in mind and remember, Nooch too good.